Here's everything you need to know to play EZREAL like a challenger professional ADC. For runes, I would recommend going these runes pretty much every single game. You can swap out Conquer for PTA if enemy is very tanky. For skin, I go Striker EZREAL. It's fucking OP. For build, you should always start the game with Doran's Blade, and you should look to get tier on your first recall alongside Shield. Then you want to build into Trinity Force, then Manamune, and then for third item, typically Cyrildas. Your biggest spike in the game is when you get your Trinity Force and your Mura Mana, your 2-item power spike. And it's a spike that you want to play the most aggressive on. But EZREAL is also a very strong early game champion, so I want you to play really aggressive in the early game and try to get leads that way. Here's some tips and tricks that you need to know on EZREAL, and then we'll get into how you should play the early laning phase. You can Q flash on EZREAL to either redirect it to the side or get more range on it. You can also E flash and W flash. You can also flash while in ult animation to dodge something and to hide the ult animation. You should look to ulti and fog as it makes it much harder to react to. If you don't move your mouse after Eing, EZREAL will auto aim the Q where the E hit. For the early game on EZREAL, you want to use your first 5 Qs only on the wave. Don't aim for enemy champions. Once you've gotten 5 stacks, you want to push the wave as much as you can. And once you've ensured that you've gotten push, then you can start to aim your Qs for enemy champions instead. The biggest mistake I see EZREAL players make is that they try to go for Qs on enemy champions. They miss the Q, their passive runs out, and then they're useless. EZREAL passive is incredibly OP in early game. It's 50% attack speed. It's one of the biggest reasons why EZREAL is such a good champion in the early game. If you're interested in learning more about ADC, check out Jackspektra.com.